Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon, not here with Geeky Sparkles in this video. I'm going to do a follow-up on the Marvel Rivals situation. So apparently we do have more information on what happened. I covered this a couple days ago. I was shocked that the entire Seattle team from Marvel Rivals had been cut loose, especially after the success of Marvel Rivals. But I guess it gets even worse. Apparently NetEase is gutting all of its U.S. offices, right? All the offices that they have some kind of a vested interest in, or they're bankrolling, and a lot of it has to do with, according to sources, not me, but according to sources, the U.S. offices being lazy and woke, okay? And China wanting complete control of their business. So this is a very interesting turn of events. I mean, I would say I'm shocked, but I guess I'm not really, given the way that China always has been in regards to quote-unquote wokeness, and also the fact that, you know, China likes to control all of its stuff, and also just the climate over here. It seems like they're kind of divesting themselves of potentially woke developers. So we're going to talk about this. This is going to be an interesting read. This is coming from Cosmic Book News. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. And guys, I'm going to push you out to Substack. And the reason I'm going to do that is there's something going on with YouTube's notifications. In the last week and a half, I've noticed it specifically. And I want to make sure that you guys know when we are posting new videos. So if you subscribe to clownfishtv.substack.com, when we post new videos, I will put a link to them on that Substack, and you will actually get an email when a new video goes up, so you don't miss videos and you can keep track of which videos are being posted or which ones you've watched already. There's some weird stuff going on with Google. That's all I'm going to say. There is some weird stuff going on with Google, and I think it has to do with the regime change and them trying to, I don't know what they're trying to do. I think we got some people at Google. I think we got some gremlins at Google that are trying to throw a wrench into things, out of protest. But go subscribe to clownfishtv.substack.com. It doesn't cost you anything. Like I said, you'll just get emailed a notification every time we do post a new video. So thank you very much for that. So I first heard about the layoffs from Grums, who actually was the one who posted that they were laying off the Seattle team for Marvel Rivals. And he has an update here. He says NetEase isn't just laying off the 6-person Marvel Rivals team. NetEase is also pulling funding from Western and potentially Japanese gaming studios. The CEO is said to be very unsatisfied with Western developers, calling them lazy, entitled, slow, and woke. Here are some of the studios under review: Fantastic Pixel Castle, Rebel Wolves, Worlds Untold, Skybox Labs, Bad Brain Game Studios, Jackalyptic Games, Jark of Sparks. They had their funding pulled in January. Anchor Point Studios, T-Zero Entertainment, Bullet Farm, Quantic Dream. That studio's been in trouble for a while. Spliced, Anchor Point Studios, etc. And apparently they had a lot of investments in these companies. Now, Grum said that Greg Street has confirmed Fantastic Pixel Castle has passed the NetEase portfolio review. So apparently they're okay. So that takes us out to the Cosmic Book News article, which I think might have actually taken from Grum's. But this is really interesting stuff, guys. Marvel Rivals Seattle team laid off by NetEase because they're lazy, entitled, slow, and woke. According to reports, there's nothing to worry about, as the Seattle game developers were not the creative team behind Marvel Rivals, which is based in China. Now, that is interesting because, again, that Thaddeus Sasser, who was the director out of Seattle, the media tried to prop him up. And look, I don't know the full story. I don't know the guy. I've never talked to the guy. But the media tried to prop him up as being the guy responsible for Marvel Rivals, and that NetEase basically followed the US's lead because we're dealing with American properties, right? We're dealing with Marvel. But that does not seem to be the case. They said the Seattle team is said to have been developers that worked on budgets and staff, not creative developers. Now, that is, again, a different story than what these guys said. And I don't know what the truth is. They posted on LinkedIn that they were doing level design, they were doing concept work, R&D, and that kind of thing. So again, proceed with caution on this. I do not know the specifics. I do not know if these guys can talk about the specifics because apparently they're getting severance packages. And usually what happens with the severance package is you have to sign paperwork that you're not going to talk about the specifics, right? You're going to take the money and run and go find something else. So NetEase is divesting itself of numerous overseas studios. Recently, we saw the report that NetEase plans on divesting itself of numerous overseas studios, and including the developer behind the diverse Star Wars Eclipse game that looks to have been canceled. Yeah, this is according to Grums. So according to Grums on X, insiders filled him in that the reason NetEase is getting rid of majority of its studios is because the Western developers are lazy, entitled, slow, and woke. That is what he is saying, and I don't know what his source is, but I'm going to be honest. Looking at where we're at right now with entertainment, looking at the zeitgeist, looking at the anti-DEI movement that is blowing like a hurricane through tech and through entertainment, I believe it. I believe that is a catalyst. Now, it could also be that China wants to have complete control of its stuff. It could also be that NetEase is looking at the global AAA gaming space and they're realizing that it is cratering, right? It is dying. And they're like, how many of these deals can we get out of? And that is something that's not exclusive to NetEase. Like, we're seeing that all over the damn place. We're seeing all these companies being like, oh, hell no. We got to get out of this thing. We're going to cancel this. We're going to fire this person. We're going to shut this studio down. And they're shutting studios down quick. I mean, they know the tide is turning. Now, the studios that I think will be safe are the ones putting out lower budget games, frankly, that aren't woke, that will probably sell, that will please gamers, right? I mean, again, if your customers want hamburgers, you don't give them tacos, right? That's, you might think they love tacos. You might love tacos. You think they love tacos. They don't. They want hamburgers. And if you're not giving them hamburgers, they're going to go someplace else, right? You don't go to Burger King for tacos. I think Burger King tried tacos. I know McDonald's tried tacos and pizza and all kinds of crazy stuff before. That's not why anybody goes to McDonald's. So this is going to be something that goes on for the next couple of years. We're basically starting in 2022. We are purging the DEI hires and the quote unquote wokies, the activists. We're purging them from the entertainment industry. We're purging them from gaming. Because a lot of these people got hired after 2016 and they've done nothing but cost the studios gobs and gobs of money, right? And why the hell does it take 8 years for a AAA title to come out? Can anybody tell me that? Can anybody tell me that? So, yeah, they go on to say Marvel Rivals 1.5 is here. The game continues putting out new content as the latest update brings the full Fantastic Four lineup into the game just in time for the movie. And we have The Thing and Human Torch. They have various hero fixes to improve the gameplay, addressing issues with Spider-Man's wall crawl, Hulk's transformation, Venom's ultimate damage, and it's free to play. That's the thing that's so astounding about this is, very much like Fortnite is a free to play game, and it's killing it, right? So this is Polygon's take on it. Marvel Rivals layoffs are just part of NetEase's ice cold job and game cuts. So their take is very different. Grums is like, they fired these people because they're woke and lazy. And Polygon's like, they're ice cold. And it was kind of cold, but they said, yeah, according to a report from Bloomberg, the cuts to the North American team working on Marvel Rivals aren't an anomaly. NetEase founder and CEO William Ding is reported to have cut hundreds of jobs, closed studios, and taken a firmer hand in the company's Japanese teams. Ding also reportedly floated canceling development of Marvel Rivals before it was released. Well, it's a good thing they didn't do that, right? The billionaire CEO is said to have balked at paying Disney a licensing fee for Marvel's superheroes and villains and considered replacing them with NetEase's artist's own hero design. NetEase denied this, according to Bloomberg. It would be incredibly stupid to go head-to-head with Overwatch. I mean, what gave them a huge advantage was using the Marvel characters. And not only using the Marvel characters, but doing them right. Like, I'm going to be honest, NetEase has done more right by the Marvel IP than Marvel themselves have done. The characters look like themselves. They act like themselves. The women are conventionally attractive, right? They're very much like idealized versions of Marvel characters. And frankly, I would put whoever did the designs, I'd put them in charge of rebooting the comic line because God knows it needs help, right? They said over the last year, NetEase has divested from multiple studios outside of China, including Worlds Untold, a Vancouver studio. Again, I'm starting to see a trend at Vancouver, Seattle, right? They said that Jar of Sparks, a Seattle-based studio founded in 2022. Was it Wika Studio? Tokyo-based developer of Visions of Mana. Yeah, I did know about that. I did know about Visions of Mana, which I keep forgetting that existed. Ding is reported to have scaled back studios locally as well, and those cuts are said to be deep enough that NetEase's Chinese studios might not be able to release any major titles in 2026. So yeah, they're talking about all the things Grum's talked about, but they're trying to be nice. They said, update. The story has been updated with new reporting from GameFile, which paints an even grimmer picture of NetEase's plan to withdraw from overseas studios. Yeah, meanwhile, gamers are low-key letting developers know we don't give a fuck. Thanks for the game. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. According to the first comment. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, look, this is a very brutal industry, and I believe The Purge is about saving money and saving money in the long term. And to save money in the long term, you need to have teams that are focused on making money. A lot of these activists are not focused on making money. They're focused about making games for themselves and their friends. And we've seen this happen all over the entertainment industry, in television and comics and, and animation especially, and it cratered those industries. So they're like, yeah, if we're going to save gaming, if we're going to save AAA gaming, we got to get rid of some of these people. We got to get rid of some of this overhead. And these people are very easy cuts. So I'm going to let you guys go. Again, go out to Substack if you want to get notified of new videos. I don't know what else to do. Like, YouTube just is not notifying people anymore. They're using, as I understand it, they're using AI to determine which videos they think you will respond to the best, but also which ones they're going to make the most money on. That is my understanding of what is going on at YouTube. So if you want to get notified of every video we post, go out to clownfishtv.substack.com, and I'll talk to you guys later.